Have you ever read a description of a player and thought, "That's totally me"? Like when someone says, "You're a team player who sometimes doubts himself but always tries to do the right thing." Sounds accurate, right? But here's a catch. That line could describe thousands of players, and yet you believe it was yours. That's called the Barnum effect, a powerful psychological bias that makes us believe that vague, general statements are deeply personal. The psychologist Bertram Forer ran a simple experiment. He gave his students a personality test. Then, instead of analyzing their answers, he gave everyone the same feedback. Lines like, "You have a great deal of unused potential." "Sometimes you doubt the decisions you make." "You value independence but need the approval of others." The result? Almost every student rated their analysis as highly accurate. They weren't being tricked, they were experiencing the Barnum effect. The mind's tendency to bend general information until it fits our self-image. Now, let's bring this to Dota 2. Every player has a story they tell themselves about who they are and why they play the way they do. I'm a smart support who always plays for the team. I'm a carry that performs best under pressure. I'm just unlucky with teammates. So statements feel personal, they feel true, but they're often just narrative shortcuts. Barnum's statement disguised as self-awareness. You're not wrong for believing them. It's human. Your brain wants coherence, a clean storyline that makes your experience feel meaningful. But here's the danger. Once that narrative is set, it filters everything you see. When you win, it confirms your identity. When you lose, it protects it by blaming external factors or rewriting the meaning of the match. The Barnum effect isn't just about being wrong. It's about being comfortably wrong. It feels good because it gives you a sense of control over chaos. But in a game as complex as Dota, the difference between self-understanding and self-flattery is everything. You can't grow if your idea of yourself never changes, and you can't adapt if your identity as a player is built on illusion of uniqueness. The truth? You're not as unique as you think, but that's not an insult. It's the best news possible. Because if you're not unique, then the patterns that hold you back can be understood, studied, and changed. Every player who truly improves learns to disidentify from their illusions. Instead of saying, "I'm just that kind of player," they ask, "Is that really true? Or is it just what I've always told myself?" That question is power. That's where awareness replaces ego. That's where real growth begins. The more you see the stories your brain creates, the less you're controlled by them. And that's when you stop playing like who you think you are, and start playing like who you can become. For me, the Barnum effect reminds us that most of what we believe about ourselves is a narrative illusion, built from fragments of truth and a deep need for meaning. But once you see it, once you question it, you take back control of the story. And in Dota, as in life, awareness is the first real step toward mastery.